Go ahead.
Yes, I have one question. In the JMeter,
Yeah.
when we talk about the testing, right, JMeter mostly
Mm-hmm.
meant for the performance. So are
Mm-hmm.
we gonna cover the only kind of like services testing in the JMeter kind of API SOAP,
Mm-hmm.
or are we
Yes.
gonna
Yeah.
focus on
Mm-hmm.
the UI as well and kind
Correct.
of mobile testing? So what are the
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
exact areas we are going to cover as part of the JMeter walkthrough? The rest of the
Yeah. Yeah.
areas I am
Coming
clear,
to that.
but
So next time coming to that. Yeah. All this. Yeah. Soon I'll answer those questions. Okay. In this session itself. Any
oh,
other
okay,
questions? Yeah.
thank you. That's it.
Yeah. Sure. Okay, right. So let me give us quick walkthrough, okay, and what all we are going to cover and how is it and all those. So, okay, so let's dive into that. Okay, next. So when we speak about testing or when we speak about overall, right, any let's say not only testing in anything, right, you can divide that or you can say how like how can I divide it or like how can I think about it in step by step stage, right? So for example, you take anything, right? Planning is the first step generally we do, right? Yeah, you take any activity without planning, we don't proceed, right? So same is the case with the performance testing also. So I'm sharing my screen. Let me know once it's visible. My screen is visible to all.
Yes.
And feel free to question, interpret me, interrupt me anytime, okay? And keep asking questions, okay? It doesn't matter like if it's a very basic question also. We all are here to learn, right? So don't hesitate to ask any question. And anyways, no one is like everyone is a stranger here, right? With the questions, no one is going to judge you. No one here. Like everyone is here to learn. And what I feel surely is every question, like there is no question like basic question, simple question, hard question, right? Every question is a question, and every question will lead to a lot of other like it will uncover a lot of other things which you can learn, right? So please ask questions, and that is one point, one side of that. Second side is when you keep asking questions, it keeps me also boosted to give you more and more on the knowledge side. It also reminds me of many things which I need to give you, right? From the questions I feel okay, yeah, I can maybe explain more on this, right? So that sort of idea I get, right? So keep asking questions, right? And if at all you're not understanding due to my speed, and let me know, okay? Then I will even recap things, review things, right? So we have a lot of time together, okay? It's going to be a long ride. So let's utilize that fully, okay? Yeah, right. Coming to our course, let's try to understand it, okay? So you take any testing life cycle. So first of all, the first stage we call it planning. Then we have the basically the test design stage where we speak about scripting and all. Okay. Then comes the execution. My screen is visible to all, right? Then comes the analysis. It looks like all are in Navratri mood. No one is speaking. All are in Dandiya mood. Speak up, someone. Come on. Let's have a very interactive sessions. No one. Okay. Right.
What was your question,
Uh,
Vishnu?
no, like is my screen visible?
Yes, your screen is visible. Perfectly
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Right. So planning, scripting, execution, analysis. So in planning, if you see, we will learn how to create a test plan, how to read an NFR. Okay. What is an obviously when we learn how to read an NFR, obviously we will learn what is NFR, SLAs, and all, right? So all those stuff and how to create a test plan out of it, right? So that we will learn in the planning stage, and also we will learn how to develop a workload model for performance, right? So those related the what type of test I need to do, different types of testing which I need to plan. All those will come in this planning section. Scripting section, we will extensively learn about JMeter because that's a tool we are going to use, right? So how to generate a script, how to enhance a script, parameterization, correlation, then controllers, elements, assertions, various different things, right? In JMeter, everything we will cover. And also protocol wise, we will cover JDBC, HTTP, and FTP, SMTP, right? Protocol. So you can test various different applications, right? Out of it. Then in the JMeter itself, we will learn some different cases, right? Like for example, when you come to this type of scenario, what you do, this type of scenario, what you do. Now in the scripting itself, we will use one application called shop. Obviously with other applications, we will also use an application called sockshop, which we will deploy onto our Kubernetes cluster. So we will learn how to deploy an application onto a Kubernetes cluster and test it. Okay, now this sockshop application is actually based on microservices. So we will learn what are services, how you test services in JMeter, exactly as Nandraj said, right? Like service testing and all. So that we will learn from this example of Sockshop. Okay, Sockshop is an e-commerce application, so we will learn using that. So what are microservices? What's the Kubernetes? What are Dockers, containers, pods? So we'll try to understand and how the cloud works. We will take an example of AWS and we'll understand how the cloud works, right? So you will get an understanding of all those things. Now coming to the execution. So in the execution stage, we will understand how to develop your JMeter script for execution, right? Various controllers, various plugins that we need to use, how to plan your execution, how to set up your execution for that workload model, what is pacing, think time, all those stuff, right? We will learn in the execution stage. Now, when before we come into analysis and reporting, right? I can say analysis and reporting. We will also learn things like Grafana, Prometheus monitoring tools, how you use Grafana and Prometheus to monitor your test, what all things you need to put in your report, what you need to collect, what all graphs in the graph, what all you need to look into so that you can identify a bottleneck from the graph itself, right? You don't need to go to the application by seeing just the graph. Like for example, if you're a doctor, right, just by seeing the ECG, he knows my heart has some problem, right? So similar to that, by just seeing a graph, you can identify there are some problems in my application. So how do I do that, right? So those things and all we will see. And obviously we'll understand how to integrate JMeter with AppDynamics. We will, though, as I said, AppDynamics is a big tool. So though we will not be going in very in depth in AppDynamics, but we will understand in a high level way how to analyze the business transactions and all in AppD, right? Then we will go on to the next part because see, these four are the most essential for any organization. Okay, but the CI/CD is something which is I cannot say it's again a normal thing in many organizations, but if you are into a certain experience range only, this is required, right? So for the CI/CD, we have a small session on the Jenkins. So we'll try to understand Jenkins, how to run a JMeter test in Jenkins. So that we will try to understand. So now if I try to list down what are those important things that we will learn in this course, right? Planning. So in a I'm writing, okay? JMeter, obviously, that's a whole spotlight, right? So these guys are hero for this course. Third, we will understand to what is Kubernetes, what are containers, what's a Docker, what's a pod, what are services, and all those stuff. Okay. Then we'll understand Grafana, Prometheus. Then we'll understand what's AppDynamics, how to use AppD. Then obviously Jenkins, and we'll also learn in the BeanShell scripting also in a high level way. How to use BeanShell. So what I will do is I have a lot of scripts generated already for BeanShell. We will also see how to use the BeanShell in your JMeter. At the same time, I will provide you those scripts also, which I have created from my experience, from years of experience, whatever materials and all I have created, right? I will be providing you that. It will include the test plan documents, reports, some scripts. So all this will help you like a template for you to perform the performance test and all easily, right? You can utilize that same thing for your project also just by changing some small customizations, right? Yeah. So those materials I will share with you once we start our normal sessions, right? Once our these are demo sessions, so that materials I'm not sharing with you all. But once the real sessions start, that materials I'll share with you all. So whatever I take in the course, everything will be there in that material also. So you even commands, scripts, everything. So you can just directly paste the commands and all for Kubernetes. So different cheat sheets I will give you, which will help you to analyze and monitor, right? Uh, so all those stuff, right? So that will happen. Okay. So that materials will be provided. Now also recorded sessions will also be there. So every sessions that I take will be recorded. So that session will be there for you for the lifetime. Yeah. Anyways, it will be in the YouTube as a private video, which you will be added to the private channel. So you can, it will be available to you always. Okay. So that recordings. So you don't need to, if at all, due to some reason you miss some sessions, right? Maybe one or two, you can just go through the recordings, come back with in the next session with the questions and all, which will be cleared. Okay, so that's how the course will progress. Yeah, any questions, anyone till now? Any doubts? I feel at least I should get two, three doubts.
Yeah,
Vishnu?
just kindly
Yeah.
add that CI/CD integration, Vishnu, because that is the one thing very widely asked by
Oh,
the
sorry.
organizations.
Yeah. I didn't add it. Yeah, I have added Jenkins, right?
Jenkins is there, but Jenkins is there are two ways, right? Jenkins we can do in the
Mhm.
isolation, but also to do with the
Yeah.
CI/CD pipeline, because it is the this is the
Yeah, I
way
don't know
most
whether
of the
I'll be going.
organization looking for.
So yeah, yeah. So generally what I do, right? So the Jenkins is, as I said, it's
Hmm.
like a end session, right? So that time I will be giving
Yeah.
you an overview of Jenkins, how you set up and run test of JMeter, right? So now how to add
Yes.
it to a pipeline? What I generally do is I will give you reference materials which I have, okay, and I
Okay.
will
Okay.
also give
Okay.
you the pipeline script which I have,
Okay. Okay.
okay,
Okay.
so that you can directly
Hmm.
use and implement it. Very straightforward.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because see, this course is of 40 hours, right? We have a lot of things which we need to learn, and we have some priority things. So if you see this course, the priority is JMeter, right? JMeter has the highest
Agreed. Agreed.
priority,
Totally
right? Yeah,
acceptable.
so
But
right, yes,
for the
correct. Because my focus mainly of this
for
course is
the
that,
whoever the new starters for
hmm,
the performance.
correct. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Is my voice okay? Like my network
Yeah.
connection? I
Totally
feel little
acceptable,
I'm,
Vishnu.
yeah. Hello,
Sometimes
all?
it is breaking. Your voice is breaking in between. I don't know if I'm
Okay.
doubting the
Let me
same.
Yeah,
change
I'm also
my.
facing some breaking voice from your side, Vishnu.
Okay, okay. Let me change my Wi-Fi. Let's see. Today there is some jitteriness in my Wi-Fi.
I think there is a delay also.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know why my 2G is not showing. Only 5G showing. Only weekdays. Okay. No weekends. I'm a person who feel like everyone has to work weekdays like anything, and weekends is for just resting. So, so no weekends. Okay.
So all these applications we are going to use like AppDynamics, Grafana, or K8, Docker. Everything is open source, or do we need to have a license
Yeah.
of it?
So all these tools which we are using here, right? Except AppDynamics. Let me recall. Except AppDynamics, everything is open source. So you don't need to worry about whether I will be able to do anything. Everything, whatever we do in this course, you can do hands-on. Okay. Except two things. One is AppDynamics. It has a 15-day trial. That also you can do, but you will have to do it and finish it in 15 days. Okay, as soon as you create it. So that's one catch. Second catch is when we see AWS cloud, right? So that time there will be small hands-ons which I will be doing. So that if you need to do, again a free trial account in AWS is required. These are the only two things where, but otherwise everything else like 90% or 85% of the course, 90% is open source. I mean like free. You can, everything you will be able to do hands on. Is my voice okay now?
Yes.
Okay, right, yeah. So I
I
just
have
shifted.
one more question. Like
Yeah.
in my, I'm learning this course because I need to implement one project in my company. So
Mm.
my current company, they are using New Relic and
Okay. Mhm.
as a CI/CD GitHub Actions.
Yeah.
If I go through this course, then am I able to do implement those things in my project?
Yes, yes, exactly, easily. Because I will be sharing you, as I said, for CI/CD, some good reference materials that exactly speaks about a lot of CI/CD implement, and also we will see Jenkins in action, right? So it will become very easy for you to correlate things. Okay. Now this GitHub part, I will explain. See what happens, no, in Jenkins, this GitHub or any like even Bitbucket or any repository that you have, right? Uh, how integration happens, and nowadays everyone is moving from Jenkins to GitHub Actions, right? So yes, you can easily implement. That's what I want to say. Okay, yeah, it means like at least you will get that foundation to start off with.
And also for New Relic, right? If I
Yeah,
learn the
yes, yes.
Grafana.
See, New Relic will how you it will be helpful for you know maybe that AppDynamics session, right, and the Grafana session which we have. So
Mm-hmm.
that you can directly correlate with New Relic, this insights and all New Relic insights, the New Relic APM, right, where you monitor the applications. So APM will be more related to your see. For example, in New Relic you can see this CPU utilization, resource utilizations, and all that. Grafana will clearly clear your queries. Okay. Now, business transactions, transaction level analysis, profiling, that which New Relic gives, that AppDynamics, when we see, right, the session, that time things will get clear. And it's easily correlatable, okay, ultimately. Every tool is.
Okay.
Yeah. And New Relic also, there is a free trial available. Anyone can install and just do, like, let's say when we are working on Grafana itself, maybe you can set up New Relic side by side and do some small hands-on, right, play around. Yeah, so timings for the training will be always 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. IST. Um, and it's like 1 hour sessions we will have, and it will be around 40 hours, right? We need 40 working days, or like, see what happens is sometimes, right? For example, let's say when I speak about Kubernetes or some concepts which we need little more time, like in 1 hour that continuity I might not get, right? So only during those days, that will be maybe 4 or 5 sessions, that's all. Though only during those days the sessions might be 1.5 hour, 1 hour to 1.5 hour, right? But otherwise, generally it will be 1 hour strictly I will follow, because there will be many who will plan, right, their day based on that. So I generally strictly try to follow that 1 hour schedule, and our plan is 40 hours. So we need to finish our course in 40 hours, but generally it goes to 45, 46, 47 based on the interactions that happen between the audience and me, right? Because that we cannot judge, right? Like how much time. So generally it will be 40 plus only. But yeah, so I try my best to finish it by 45, 46. But yeah, based on the user count, that fluctuates. Okay, so surely it will take around 40 working days. Okay, for that to finish, and it will be a long journey. Lot of things, lot of enjoyable things we will learn with lot of practical applications and examples. Okay, and I like to give a lot of anecdotes. So you will enjoy that anecdotes also. So that you can correlate things with your life, right? Or what's happening in the practical world. Some one question I missed. Someone asked one question. Let me go to the chats. Timings for training. Yes, I have already answered. Let me go from first. Postman API testing. Yeah, I can give a give brief overview of how the Postman, what's a Postman, and how the APIs can be hit using Postman. No issues. And opportunities, yes, I already, JMeter is a paid version. No, it's an open source, and JMeter has a major market share due to two reasons. Okay, one main reason is it's an open source, and JMeter is a very beautiful tool. Okay, so a lot of big community around JMeter, so they keep developing it. They're keeping it free, but the work it does is more sort of like a paid tool. Okay, so that's why JMeter has a very big market share, around 60 to 70% they use, not only because it's a performance testing tool. Okay, it's used in CI/CD implementation vastly. It's used by developers for unit testing, right? So JMeter is used in many places. So not only for performance. Yeah. So yeah, no, BlazeMeter is not a part of JMeter. It's a different tool. Okay, but BlazeMeter, we have one something called a BlazeMeter plugin to actually record a session in JMeter, and you can create a JMeter script using a BlazeMeter plugin. So that's where the BlazeMeter word comes in JMeter. Otherwise, they are two different things. Okay. And yeah, CI/CD we spoke already, and yeah, so open source and timings we spoke, mock interview. So see, I keep throwing questions to you. Okay, every session, some or the other interview questions I will keep throwing. Okay, so you just need to jot it down. Just because I don't keep a separate session for interview questions and all, because I don't believe that that usual 20 question, 30 question. No, it never happens like that. But I promise one thing is, like, once you attend this course, there won't be any JMeter related. At least I won't promise anything related to analysis and monitoring, because that's a vast domain. Anyone can ask question from anywhere, right? But at least from JMeter, you won't be running out of any question. Okay, you will be easily able to handle any question from JMeter and related stuff. Okay, and it's also performance in a high level way. Yeah, so course will be starting from tomorrow. So today is a demo session, but it will be available. Yeah, course will be starting day one will be tomorrow. So today is just a demo session. It will start from tomorrow. Job assistance. See, I don't think so. You will need one. Okay, after this course, you can easily apply. And and I'm sure you will crack any performance testing interview if if you have a proper experience what that you are showing, and if you are have a proper technical interview. And also, only thing is you need to, the other things I don't know, right? Like the HR and all. But obviously, what I feel is job won't be a big issue for you if you attend. I mean, like just go through the recordings and understand the concepts very well, right? So it will become very easy for you, okay? Because my the way I travel through the course is such a way that as if a real person is traveling in his career, right? From, let's say, as a fresher to like 4 or 5 years of experience, right? Or 6 years, 7 years. So as he's going in the performance testing journey, right? So you, this 40 hours course, you will feel as if you have traveled a 5 year or 6 year journey, right? With me. Do we need programming? No, we don't need a programming. It's a no code, as I said. Only BeanShell scripting, around 5% of the course or 10%. So that I will share the scripts also with you, which you can directly use in your projects. Okay, which I have created, which I will be sharing it with you all. And there are some other materials also. Not sure which all you will be interested in and which all you will not be. There are some workbooks where you can, using that workbook, you can generate the performance test plan. Okay, if someone says to you to generate a performance test plan, use that workbook to generate the plan. So some workbooks are there, some scripts are there, some reports, some test documents, yeah, various other documents which I keep updating in that drive. Okay, so that drive link I will be sharing with you all. Means the team will be sharing. So that using that link, you'll be able to download everything. Yeah, project wise, obviously we'll be covering a lot of different applications, right? So using that only we'll be learning, right? Hands on. And everything whatever we learn here, everything will be hands on only, mainly, right? Because it's a tool we are learning. So everything has to be hands on thing, right? So that we'll be seeing. Yeah, fresher, yes. As I said, it will be starting. You are just going through the journey, right? So it will be starting from basics, then intermediate to expert, right? So that will surely happen. So freshers also no issues. It's like you don't need. There's no prerequisite as such. If you are from quality testing, it's a good prerequisite. That's enough. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Obviously. See. Connecting with me, directly DM me. So any queries you have, just directly message me on WhatsApp. I'm there to help you all out anytime. Okay, so the journey is going to be not just restricted to this course. So still I am like around 10, 20 batches I have completed, right? So there are a lot of people in my circle who keep like still they're in contact. Like before 2, 3 years I have taken the course, like they are still in contact with me, right? And frankly speaking, they might not even ask question from JMeter nowadays. They might be asking questions from various other tools, new LoadRunner. But still, I try to help them out. Like project issues people face, right? Like when they are scripting and all. So they send me a screenshot through chat itself. I try to resolve them. I keep some Q&A sessions where anyone can join from my final batches, so that that I keep like Saturdays and all, just like a catch up, right? Where they can connect with me, they can in live they can solve some questions or queries if they have, right? So yes, so it's going to a very long relationship journey, right? So yes, so no worry about connecting with me. I'm always there to help you all out, right? Because ultimately that's what is my main satisfaction that I get, right? Connecting with you, then learning new things from you, right? You might be working on different applications, trying to solve your issues. That way, my knowledge also increases, right? And at the same time, I help you out, so I feel good, right? Like, yeah, I was useful to someone. Yeah, so it's going to be a good long journey. Okay, right? Any other questions? I'm at Praveen's question last. And I don't see any other questions I missed. Oh, one more came. Yeah. Can we have other timing? No, sorry. Because what happens, no, generally we plan this time based on a lot of research and all, right? So that's why changing the time, I don't think so it's possible. Yeah, so it will be 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. IST. And yeah, so we adhere to that sort of setup. Any other
Uh,
questions? Sorry, Abhinav, for that.
Vishnu, hi.
Yeah, hi, Kiran.
Hi, Vishnu, two things from me.
Hmm.
Any idea what would be the batch size limited to, or there
I
would
don't
not be
have
a...
any idea as such, but generally my
Okay,
course, I don't want to, but yeah, anyways, that's not decided. Okay, even if it's 5 size, 10 size, I don't know. So, yeah, but
okay,
I like no idea for that. Yeah, Kiran. But it
understood.
will be
And whatever the
generally
recordings,
15 plus. Yeah, 20.
yeah, so whatever the recordings are there for that particular day, so maybe I might not be able to join one day or
Hmm. Yes.
twice a week or something. So
Yeah.
whatever the recordings are there, it will be shared on the same day or maybe the next day itself, right? So that
Yes, yes,
we
yeah.
can be
So you
prepared
generally
before
you
the
will
next
get
session.
yeah, I will let's assume, like, let's say I take the sessions by 10, so 10 p.m. the course session is done. So
Yes.
team won't be there today, right? So they will
Okay.
come in the morning. As soon as they come in the morning, by 10 or 11 a.m. they will upload it. Okay. So by 11
Understood.
a.m. To 12 means like by noon you will get the recording. Okay. So
Understood.
from
Okay.
noon to our course you have the time to go through.
Understood. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's around 40 hours. That means almost 2 months.
Yeah, yes, you can say that. Can't say, yeah, yeah, 2 months, yes, around
Okay.
2 months, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm asking because see, I have around 12 plus experience and I've
Hmm.
only worked on LoadRunner, not in JMeter.
Okay.
And most of the interviews I go for, the first thing they ask is if you don't have JMeter, they don't even call for interview.
Is it?
So, yeah,
Okay.
so that is
Okay.
the
Oh,
problem I'm facing
oh,
right
that's
now.
that's too bad. I don't know why they are saying that. Okay. Anyways.
Yeah, so because of that, I'm
Hmm.
planning to like start on JMeter thing, but
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
at end of these 2 months, I already heard whatever answers you have told other people, but
Yeah. Hmm.
I have been in core performance engineer, not
Hmm.
even
Yeah.
performance
Hmm.
testing, performance
Hmm.
engineer for all these years. So
Okay. Hmm.
at end of these 2 months, will I be able to like directly go ahead and give interviews and be good enough,
What
or
I feel is, Kiran, like it will be a piece of cake, JMeter for you. I don't think
okay,
so because already you have LoadRunner experience, so
yes,
it will be like really easy for you to learn JMeter. And also maybe that it will be a good thing for you to learn BeanShell also very well, right?
understood.
Because since you
Okay.
are into that 12 plus years experience, they might expect that from you.
Expect. Yes.
Yeah, so that part
Okay.
also we are covering, right? I can share
Okay.
more materials for you specifically,
Yeah.
whichever will help you out for your experience range, right? So that because maybe when you speak about CI/CD and all, they might ask more questions, right? So
Yeah.
that also I will share, okay, some reference
Agreed.
materials, which yeah, yes.
Okay, Vishnu. Last question. So,
Hmm.
when this, sorry, I lost my thought process. Okay.
Yeah,
You
no
can
issues.
continue. No
Yeah,
problem. Thank
yeah,
you.
you can ask anytime, okay? No
Sure,
issues.
sure. Thank you.
Yeah, hi
Yeah,
Vishnu.
just to add this to right, Vishnu. Sorry to interrupt. So
Sure,
say
sure. Yeah.
I
Hmm.
do have the 18 years of experience. I've been with the several tools of the performance testing. Now at least I'm not in the performance doing the testing. I'm managing the team of 22 people. But
Hmm.
why they
Yeah.
are asking the JMeter is it there is a reason for the JMeter, even though we know the N range of tools. In future, they want to automate everything. And a JMeter is the
Hmm.
one of the tool for integrating CI/CD with the performance testing. So that is
Okay.
the reason most of the organizations asking JMeter hands-on experience.
Correct.
Whoever the question raised, right, whether we are in a suitable position to face the interview, I would say yes. After this training 40 hours of the course, since you are covering the key areas, that is the what I saw, Vishnu. Thank you for
Yeah.
that. Kubernetes, CI/CD,
Mhm.
Jenkins. These are the key things they are asking as part of the JMeter. Yes, of course, this will be the fruitful and a very helpful course for the whoever looking for the next level to go up.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, so see, this course I have specifically created in such a way that it should not suffice only performance testing or JMeter, but also the current trend in the market, right? Which cloud and all, which they expect in the resume, right? Even like a small 3, 4 years experience guy also, they might at least think about, okay, they have seen what is cloud or they understand what's cloud. And in a high level way, they know, okay. So that basic requirement is nowadays a market requirement. So based on that only I have created this course. Obviously it will be, as I said, an enjoyable ride. Now some things might you like, let's say if at all you don't understand also, always I'm there to help you out, right? All of, not only, no, I'm not speaking about Nandaraj or Kiran, right? Maybe who are some freshers and all, right, who have joined. So for them I am more there, right? Because they are just jumping into this, they are like child, right, like children. So I have to handhold them more, right? So that will surely be happening. So I will be there in the DM also. Just inform me before itself, right? Yeah, I'm a fresher, so that I can give extra care to them. Okay, so that way I will be also knowing, like I will keep asking questions also to them. So don't be worried that I'll ask questions. Okay, so don't hide that. Uh, but yeah, so that way it will be easier for you to learn also. So please inform me offline, right? If you want, DM me. I will give extra care. Okay, no worries. And even I get a lot of pings that will I be able to get a job of out after this. So I feel like sometimes I even get some messages. I feel really sometimes sad for some, right? Like they are not able to go ahead. But like I don't want to sympathize them. Okay, I want to give them the power of knowledge. That's my main motive here. So once I give them that proper knowledge, I am sure they will be able to crack at least like at least some interview, right? Or so that they will be able to proceed further in their career. So that's my ultimate motive of creating this course overall. So yeah, so yeah, I think and I feel that's my feeling. I don't know, but it will be an enjoyable ride, and that's what my other batch students have mentioned in previous batches also. So they loved it, and a lot of good relations or connections I have created through these batches, and hoping to create such good relations in this batch too. Right, going ahead. Yeah. Any doubts? Anyone? Anything else?
Yeah,
I
Vishnu.
got
Hi.
One.
Deepak, yeah, or Pravina. Yeah,
y-
anyone can go ahead.
Yeah. So actually, so are we going to install all the tools in our local and will be working on JMeter?
Yeah, so all this Kubernetes cluster, it also we will install in your local. Okay, so no worries that you need to have something else. Your local machine
Oh,
is enough for us.
okay, okay. So we'll be
Yeah, for
installing
everything.
everything, the Grafana, the
Everything,
AppDynamics
everything. So
in our
Grafana
local
and all
environment.
in our
Mm.
Kubernetes cluster, we will install, we will work on it so that you don't have any dependency.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. And you'll also like, I mean, teach like how to do this multi-threading concepts in JMeter. I mean,
Yes, yes, surely,
uh,
surely. Yeah. Yeah.
okay.
So basically, those are some I mean, like, I will not even say concepts. Those are prerequisites. We have to know in JMeter, okay?
Mm.
Nowadays.
Mhm.
Yeah. So this
Okay,
parameterization, correlation, and all, everything, like, these are like, surely we should know, okay? So,
okay.
yeah.
Vishnu.
Even we learn a tool called Fiddler. Okay, so let's say I think Nandaraj was speaking about mobile testing, right? Especially when we speak about mobile application testing and all in using JMeter, we will understand a tool called Fiddler. Okay, Fiddler is a capturing tool. We'll learn more about it. Okay, so that will be interesting for you to learn how the mobile app testing happens. Okay, how you can utilize Fiddler, why we use Fiddler also. Okay, so yes. Yeah. Any other questions, anyone?
Hi, Vishnu.
Hi.
This is
Prasad.
Prasad. Which tool are you using for recording? Is it BlazeMeter or JMeter?
Yeah, so JMeter, see, a recording we will learn 3, 4 different types. Okay, so one is using JMeter, obviously, which is the most commonly used, and I like that. Okay, BlazeMeter plugin we will see, then we will use some methods like CURL method and all, and also how to use Fiddler. Okay, to import into JMeter.
Because we are using APN tool, so we are planning to do automate, make
Hmm.
performance to do a load
Okay.
testing on that. So APN is a dynamic. Everything is a very dynamic values. It will change all the values.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
so I
Hmm.
mean sending response and request. So it
Yeah,
all
yeah, yeah, yes, yes. So you'll understand all those, okay? See, JMeter, it's more sort of what protocol you are using. Doesn't matter what it is built on, okay? So anything, whatever you can test anything. Only thing is, you need to know what protocol they are on. Okay, that's all. You will understand that. Okay, it's very straightforward.
Yeah, hi Vishnu, Suresh here. I see
Yeah.
most of the job description, like the requirement which is with the AWS Azure is like that. That is a part of a
Hmm.
Kubernetes. AWS Azure is a
So you
part
are
of.
saying, will we be seeing? Is it?
Yeah, yeah. Do we cover
Yeah.
that also?
So Azure, see, AWS will be seeing. So what I can do, no, since you spoke about Azure, what I will do is AWS when we see, like let's say I go to EC2, I can at the same time show you what is there in the Azure. Okay, so that you can correlate because any one cloud, if you learn, no, three clouds will be easy: Google Cloud, Azure, and AWS. Okay, so yes, AWS will be seeing.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Uh,
Any other
I wish you
questions?
Prerna here.
Hi, Pravina.
Having 9 years of experience in manual testing, now I want to
Okay.
take up this course and switch career to performance testing. Once
Yeah.
this course is completed, how much years of experience I can confidently put in resume?
The
And
relevant experience, I will say, Pravina, you can show 6 to 7. Okay.
mhm.
Uh, don't put 9 plus because then they might ask a lot of questions from analysis and performance engineering. Okay. Max you
Okay,
can
and
put till,
uh,
yeah.
yeah, and do are we going concept wise, or do we have live project as well, so we can put that in our resume and
Yeah. So
explain
we
the
have our demo.
importance technical.
We have our demo application. I mean, like, so that we will be using. It's an e-commerce based application, microservice based. Yeah, you can put that. Yeah, still. But I will not suggest you to put that because yeah, I don't know. Maybe you can put it also because they might not still know what that application is, right? Like which because that's our proprietary, right? But still you can put it in your resume, that e-commerce based application. Yeah. Any other questions, anyone? Pravina, I hope that's all right.
The coding is
Yes,
Vishnu, I
like
have one
how to
question.
use.
do we encounter any framework related questions also, that are we going to cover that as well?
So, like, can you give an example what you're expecting? Like,
If we get any technical sort of questions in interviews, can we
mhm.
answer them with this course?
Yeah, yeah, surely, because it's a technical course, no? So you will never face any technical issue. Okay, so because if you, as I said, if it is JMeter related and related areas, you'll be surely able to answer. Okay, you won't be. Only thing is maybe before interview you'll have to go through the recordings of mine, maybe 3 to 4 times. Okay, at least. So that because see, what you learn, if it has to go in your mind during interviews in that pressure, right? You need to revise, right? So only that will be a prerequisite. Revise the recordings. Surely you'll be able to. Okay. And surely do the hands-on. Okay, that is very important. Whatever I do in the sessions, you can parallelly do it also. You can do it after my sessions also in the record by seeing the recording. Once you do that, no, surely it will go in your mind. Okay, so interviews also you can confidently do it because when you do hands-on only, you will find out a lot of issues, right? Okay, I'm not able to find the element or whatever, right? So that way you will learn more. So do the hands-on, okay, with me. It's for everyone.
Just to share my opinion, right? Just
Yeah,
to give the motivation to the team, right? Don't focus on the interview. Interview is nothing for you. Once you guys know the concepts of JMeter, why we are trending to the JMeter tool, and even you take my experience, even though I have the 18 years of experience, why I'm joining this team meeting to learn about the JMeter, right? So first you need to know about the JMeter, why it's widely spreading now in the organizations, why we are taking about the JMeter, not other tools, right? So just focus on the concepts and try to join every day without missing the class and do
yeah,
your hands-on labs and put up your questions. Then after 40 days, yourself feel confident. And
correct.
don't worry
Yes.
about the interview. You will crack the n number of interviews. That time you will be on the demand for asking the pay.
Right,
Okay,
right.
just focus on the course, what you are learning, how much time you are spending on the course, and how you are doing hands-on, how you are best utilizing the Vishnu sir's time, right?
Yes, yeah,
And we are the team
exactly.
here. If you have any
Mhm.
question, just put it over here. As per my experience and the wider experience, whoever people have it like 10 to 12 in the performance area, they will help you with the n number of questions, even though interviews are some interviewers are crazy. They just will play with you.
Mhm.
So come up with the
Yeah.
sort of questions. We will try to help you how to answer those kind of questions.
Exactly, exactly. See, and as Nandraj clearly pointed out, and very motivational. Okay, what he said is exactly the point in my mind also, and it's for everyone, right? Focus on the knowledge. Automatically, things will come up. And two things you can focus. One is on the knowledge. One is on the network. Network you will get from this course itself, right? As there is a huge network. Even what I can do is I can add you to my network of lot of same mind people, right? Who are into QA, chaos engineering, and a lot of stuff, right? So with that network, with proper knowledge, job and interviews are not a big deal to crack. Okay, you can easily crack. Only thing is these two things: knowledge and network. Without any one of these, also it might be difficult. But proper knowledge and proper network, if you have, interviews are just a piece of cake. Okay, so that you will surely means like exactly as Nandaraj said, right? So focus on that. Like I don't say don't focus on interviews. Obviously, that's our ultimate objective and aim. Yes, we need to crack good jobs, and we need to grow in our career. Yes, that's our ultimate goal, right? First objective, I can say, not the ultimate one, but the first objective. But obviously, if you just focus on, go with the flow. Like we don't miss any sessions. Do the hands-on, and I will do hands-on in the live sessions, right? So do it with me if you want, right? Solve the questions at that point itself if you want. Sit with the laptop, don't sit with mobile and all. So take this very seriously, right? As if you're investing your time, right? And like let's say I invest 3 hours of my time for a movie, like 3 hours of time, right? For a movie, I'm actually losing my time, and also I'm giving money to Salman Khan or Shah Rukh Khan. He's earning out of it. But here it is totally opposite, right? You are giving your time, you are also earning here, right? The knowledge. So try to invest and utilize that. You have invested your time and money here, so utilize it to fully. Just bombard with me with lot of questions, right? uh like, and so that you get full out of this course, right? So that should be your main focus. And obviously, I'll be also helping you out wherever possible and whichever way I can, because ultimately we will all be in a long relationship, right? Around 2 months of relation, and we'll be good. We'll make good relations with each other, right? So why it will become at a point of time difficult to not help you, right? So it surely all of us will help each other, right? At some point of the other time. So maybe through network or some opportunities or whatever way, right? So let's focus on gaining knowledge together. Okay, so 40 minds or 35 minds working together, right? So it will be like a resonating or a resonance of knowledge that will happen. So let's focus on that. Yeah, so yeah, Akshay, I think I answered that question, right? Yeah, sure, Suresh. It's in the group, I guess. Team keep posting it. I will ask them to post it again, sure, after the course. Okay, I mean after the demo. Okay, right. We have 1 more minute to close the session. So tomorrow will be the day one. I mean, like our sessions will start. So tomorrow our main agenda will be to understand the planning stage, the performance testing mainly. Okay, before we jump into JMeter. So the different types of testing, performance, and we'll understand performance in a very different way tomorrow. Okay, that you will be able to see, not the usual way of definitions and all. I will come up with some creative way where you clearly understand, okay, what the real objective of performance is and how you can easily differentiate various other testings from performance. Okay, so it will be an enjoyable journey tomorrow. Any doubts, anyone? Anything else? Let me take one or two doubts more, and then we can close the session for today, if any. Okay, yeah. Thank you all for joining. Loved it, and hoping to see you all tomorrow and upcoming sessions too. And yeah, be in touch, and let's meet tomorrow. Thank you all, and have a very good day and good night. Thank you.